The pair clashed repeatedly, and Emmerdale spoilers follow. April Windsor confronted her father, Marlon Dingle, on Emmerdale after he meddled in her friendship with Ross Barton. It's been a tough few weeks for April, with the character being kidnapped by new villain Jade as she sought revenge on Ross. Later in the week, April discovered the truth about her mother's death a decade prior, leading her to spiral out of control. This has caused Marlon to worry about his daughter, with Monday's December 23 episode beginning as he scrolled through her phone in a bid to understand her recent behavior. Eventually, he discovered something that disturbed him. He later contacted April to meet him, revealing that the teen had been attempting to source cannabis in recent days. Despite imploring that he was merely looking out for her, April left the room as she remarked that her father was a liar who spied on her. Marlon's mood worsened as he saw Ross leaving the house, though he explained that April had given him a key. Marlon lamented that Ross was to blame for April's behavior, ordering him to leave the house immediately. Marlon further urged Ross to stay away from April for her sake, adding that it was not his place to divulge family history to his daughter. April later bumped into Ross after he had been kicked out, with the character cruelly dismissing the teen's problems in a bid to keep her away. Related, Best Streaming Services UK 2024, including Disney+, Netflix, iPlayer, and Apple TV. Marlon apologized as an emotional April came to terms with Ross's vile outburst, though the situation got heated as Marlon inadvertently let slip that Ross had been at the house earlier in the day. Thinking that Ross had been warned off by Marlon, April accused her father of being jealous that she could confide in somebody else, adding that she would never forgive him, rewrite and expand the article into a 3,000-word piece. The revised version will include additional plot context, character analysis, emotional depth, and exploration of broader themes like family dynamics, trust, and the consequences of secrecy. Here's how it could look. A rift deepens. Emmerdale's Marlon and April clashed over family secrets. Emmerdale spoilers follow. In the intricate web of family drama that defines Emmerdale, Marlon Dingle and his daughter April Windsor find themselves at a crossroads. The pair's tumultuous relationship took a dramatic turn in the latest episodes, with secrets, misunderstandings, and unspoken emotions threatening to drive an irreparable wedge between father and daughter. This week's storyline has been a whirlwind for April, who continues to reel from the revelation of her mother's death a decade ago, coupled with the traumatic events surrounding her kidnapping by the new antagonist Jade. In an attempt to protect his daughter, Marlon inadvertently stoked the flames of their conflict, leading to explosive confrontations that leave both characters emotionally bruised. April's struggles. A teenager in turmoil. April's recent experiences have been nothing short of harrowing. Her kidnapping by Jade, motivated by a vendetta against Ross Barton, was a stark reminder of how dangerous secrets can become. While April survived the ordeal physically unscathed, the psychological toll is evident. Her discovery of the circumstances surrounding her mother's death only deepened her emotional turmoil, leaving her grappling with grief, betrayal, and confusion. As a teenager navigating the complexities of adolescence, April is caught in a storm of emotions that she struggles to articulate. Her search for an outlet led her to forge a deeper bond with Ross, whose complicated past and connection to her family make him both a confident and a contentious figure. For April, Ross represents an escape, a figure who doesn't judge her for her mistakes, but instead offers a listening ear. Yet this bond also raises red flags for her protective father. Marlon's dilemma, a father's desperate love. Marlon Dingle's actions, though rooted in love, have only served to alienate his daughter further. Monday's episode began with Marlon scrolling through April's phone, a decision born out of desperation to understand her increasingly erratic behavior. His discovery of her attempts to procure cannabis sent shockwaves through him, leading to a confrontation that neither father nor daughter will forget. Marlon's decision to spy on April's private life was not without consequence. While he believed he was acting in her best interest, April viewed his actions as a betrayal of trust. Her accusation that her father was a liar who spied on her was a cutting blow, exposing the growing chasm between them. For Marlon, the pain of hearing such words from his daughter was palpable, yet it also underscored the depth of his concern. Ross Barton, friend or foe? Adding another layer to this fraught dynamic is Ross Barton, whose role in April's life has become a point of contention. Ross's return to the village has been far from smooth, with his troubled past casting a long shadow. For Marlon, Ross's proximity to April is a source of unease. His fears were confirmed when he found Ross leaving the house with a key given to him by April. Marlon's frustration boiled over as he accused Ross of being a negative influence on his daughter, ordering him to leave and urging him to stay away from April. Ross, in turn, tried to push April away, cruelly dismissing her problems in a misguided attempt to protect her. His harsh words left April devastated, further complicating an already fragile situation. Themes of trust and betrayal. The tension between Marlon and April is emblematic of a larger theme that resonates deeply with audiences: the delicate balance of trust in parent-child relationships. Marlon's decision to monitor April's phone, though well-intentioned, highlights the fine line between protection and control. For April, her father's actions represent a betrayal that undermines her sense of autonomy and trust. The storyline also explores the consequences of secrecy. Marlon's reluctance to share the full truth about family history with April has only fueled her feelings of isolation and resentment. In a poignant moment, April accused Marlon of being jealous that she could confide in Ross, a statement that cuts to the heart of their conflict. It's a stark reminder that withholding information, even with the best intentions, can have unintended repercussions. Emotional fallout. Where do they go from here? The emotional fallout from this week's events sets the stage for further drama in the weeks to come. As April grapples with her feelings of betrayal and abandonment, Marlon must confront the consequences of his actions and find a way to rebuild trust with his daughter.